All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from downtown Baton Rouge, starts now.
All right, and welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here on, what are you doing? Oh, you're stuffing your face.
Yeah, I'm eating breakfast. I got some scrambled eggs, got a sausage, got some bacon right here at the hot bar. Fired up about it. Get a little hungry during this show. And then, like, usually in the studio, it's like, all right, cool, I'm hungry, but whatever.
I don't
have to
do anything.
I don't have to think about food. I just think about sports and all these sweet hot takes I got. But then when you're in a grocery store, you're just staring at food. I keep looking at the hot bar here. I see the chefs over here whipping up some pastries and some sushi. Oh, yeah, all this stuff. And then I see the steam coming off the hot bar, off these delicious eggs.
Yeah. Whenever we agreed to do this, I don't think they realized who they were letting out into the wild.
You got to be careful. Like, I'll just say that. I'm not like going to stuff my face on full. I just like to, I get real snacky. Want to try lots of different things.
Some call that the munchies.
Yeah,
that's what
sure.
it's called.
Whatever.
Don't be weird about it. That's what it's called.
Sure. All right, I just said snacky.
Yeah.
I like the term snacky. So, LSU's going to feast this weekend.
There you go.
See there?
You won't be there.
I probably will be there.
Nah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Anybody says like, yeah,
I just haven't thought about it. We're focused on the birthday party.
I'll be there.
Focus on the birthday
I'm very
party.
excited.
We got Dunham High School football tonight. We're going to them.
I am very excited for Huck's Party's tonight.
It's tonight. So we're
how are you going to go to
so
there and Dunham's game?
Well, it's going to be like a right after school situation. We're going to do some. He wants to do some sports card stuff. They want to go. They're going to see a movie. I think we're going to go see the Fantastic Four, maybe.
Okay.
And then yeah, we're loading up everybody in the car, taking them to I think Dunham plays Parkview.
Okay.
So big, like in city game. So excited. It's gonna be a pretty nice little Friday. So we had
nice little Friday.
Nice little Friday on us. So I think that probably tomorrow the game situation is going to be like, all right, we're going to wake up, watch a little college game day, hear the sights and sounds, get fired up, and then Lacey's going to be like, hey, you want to take Huck to the game? I'll be like, all right, cool. Then we'll go.
Well, okay. Well, let me know if you go because I do have a birthday gift for Huck.
Do you?
I do.
Well, he brought you a little gift this morning.
Well, I think he's trying to troll me if Huck really did give me the Halloween version of the NBA hoops cards. If Huck said, give these to Mr. Jake, he's trolling me.
Honestly, he came up to me the other day because we got a package in the mail with some cards, and it came in there, and he was like, Dad, can you give this to Mr. Jake? And he laughed.
He is trolling.
He is definitely trolling.
Oh, Huck, come on, man.
Yeah, got him.
So,
got him.
Real quick, I won't spend a lot of time. I know all of y'all don't dabble in cards like Flynn and I do, but when you're on all these different breaks, right? And they're like, hey, we got a free giveaway. Like, click here to enter your free giveaway for free cards. Well, when I first got into it, I'm like, this is awesome. Free cards, okay. And I won a couple, and I was like waiting on them. Every single time, they are the haunted hoops from Panini that go into like your CVS and Walgreens. They're 3 cards. They're probably not worth the paper that they're printed on. And those are the free cards that these breakers send you.
Yeah, and the cards, it's on maybe construction paper. Potentially.
It's a little soft maybe.
Soft maybe. And don't worry, got Julian Phillips here, just hit a 2-pointer apparently because he's holding up 2 fingers. There's a spider web in the background.
I'm taking my birthday gift back, bud. I'm taking it back. You're not getting it.
Oh, he's turning 10, so he's at that age where he understands the trolling situation. Things are
good
funny
for
to him
him
like that. So
yeah,
good
for him.
So it's gonna be a nice little Friday, and looking forward to it. How about you? You got any plans this weekend besides? So y'all did the high school football game yesterday.
Yeah. So you know my house, and our listeners by this point they know my house. Tonight's gonna be Chargers Chiefs. We're going to have Huddy on one side of the house. We're going to have Jackson on the other side of the house, and they're going to be yelling at each other back and forth. And we'll try to be the mediator there in the middle. So
there you go.
Yeah, and they play twice a year. Obviously, being in the AFC West, but it's always, it's a high intensity day in the Hester household. anytime
that.
the Chiefs and Chargers get together.
So usually, like, if you got a house full of boys, like, boys can be a little aggressive. Ever any, like, big-time beefs with the kiddos? Like, any pop, we're throwing let's throw some hands?
Jackson was 6'2", about 258.
So we don't do that. All right, got it.
So, look, Huddy's brave, but he's also smart.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So he knows the line. He knows the line he can tell.
So how about that game tonight? In Brazil, it's, I believe, the local time there at kickoff will be 9 p.m.
It will be.
It's wild, right?
Because they're 2 hours. I believe Adam found that out for us yesterday. They're 2 hours ahead of us, and it's a 7 p.m. Central Time kick. So
yeah, I wouldn't like that.
I think
better than a noon game, certainly.
Yeah, my gosh, yeah. You don't talk about negative juice.
Shoo.
Hey guys, finish up your eggs, and then we'll go take the field. What?
Yeah. So first game. I believe. This is the first NFL game in Brazil.
It's the second.
Second, okay.
So last year, the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I forget who they played, but they won down in Brazil.
Got it.
I believe they won.
Yeah, those international games are always just so fun and interesting because
everybody treats them differently,
fans,
too.
They do treat them differently,
like
but the fans, they're just the fans that are there in Brazil or Germany or England or wherever the game is. It's just always funny because they like football, they like the hitting part, but they don't understand, like most of them, I guess. I don't want to speak for everybody, but the majority of people don't understand the nuances of the game and the nuances of crowd noise. So they're just like, cheering when the people are in the huddle and different things like that. Like they're just, it's just fun to watch. Fun to watch that kind of stuff and kind of introduce the game. But I like what the NFL does with the international games. I do. Now, for the players, it stinks. Nobody wants to travel, I don't think. I always didn't want. I never did it, so I can't speak from experience.
I loved it. I'm a big soccer fan, and we got to play in Wembley.
Yeah, that's true. That's for you is
right. So that's like somebody that grew up in England and they grew up watching American football.
Yep.
Right, and they got a chance to come over and they played in the Rose Bowl.
Right.
Like it's kind of the same situation. So like for me, it was awesome.
You got to touch grass. Good for you, bud.
Yeah, there you go.
So did y'all call it a pitch or a field?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago, Coach. That was 17 years ago.
That was about 7 brain bruises earlier.
No question. I'll tell you, we had fun like as a team. Like, we went down to Abbey Road and we did the Beatles deal. Like we did that, and we went to a casino in Reading, England, and the whole basically the whole team went, and we're just sitting there and we're playing the table games and just, hey, how you doing over? You up? No, yeah. All right. And because we were the only people in there, and I don't know why every time I yell I'm country, but it's country.
Well, you gotta make sure.
So
people know.
I did hit Black 17. Like I know Pat McAfee tells the old famous, the Red 18 with Peyton Manning. I did that before because I was sitting there playing with P. Rivs, me and Weddle, and I'm like, hey, give me a number. Of course, he said 17. Put 50 pounds on it. Not quite the money that maybe Pat had on Red 18, but it hit, and we acted pretty excited about it.
I think that pays 33 to 1, 32 to 1,
35 or 34, 35 or 34 to 1.
Yeah, we're gamblers.
We're worried about cards, okay? We ain't worried about gambling.
Worried about cards, buddy. It's not gambling, it's investing.
So I actually thought it was a pretty cool little team buy. So we played the Bills the week before in Buffalo, and then we just flew from Buffalo to England.
Okay.
So that way we didn't travel too far.
That sounds miserable. That sounds awful.
How about this? The power went out in Buffalo Stadium when we were playing them. So they had to keep the clock on the field. We had no communication. We're trying to hand signal plays in.
Yep.
Is this a National Football League game?
National Football League football game. I
can't believe for how long you played and the amount of teams you played on, you did not go overseas.
I know. I'm surprised, too.
That's
right?
hard to believe.
So before every season, when the schedules would come out, there was one thing that all of my teams would always hope for. We hope we didn't have the Hall of Fame game.
True.
And we hope we didn't go overseas.
Yeah.
Those are 2 things, and I avoided it every single year. Now, the Packers did do the Hall of Fame game, like right after I had left the Packers with Favre going into the Hall of Fame.
Gotcha.
But that was certainly one thing we were like, oh, man, please don't get Hall of Fame. Please don't get Hall of Fame. Please don't get overseas. Come on.
Yeah.
And we avoided it. Didn't have to do it. Now, looking back on it, it would have been a cool experience. But, like, for y'all being gone for a week and a half, flying across the country, leaving your family in San Diego.
Yeah.
Playing in Buffalo, then going straight there to England for a week. That sounds awful.
Yeah. I mean, Katie and her sister flew out to England and met us there. But, yeah, I mean, to be away from home for that long was...
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. Still had fun, though.
I bet.
Shout out to Reading, England.
You won many pounds on Black 17.
I did, but then I kind of played it back on a blackjack table.
Well, you got to keep the lights on there, man. You're there for the fun. You're not there for the money.
We did stay in a castle for a week. That was kind of cool.
Oh, like a real castle? That have a moat?
It was a castle that...
A drawbridge?
That they turned into a resort. Yeah.
That is exciting. Those are kind of cool. I like going to places like that where it's like old, like things like a castle or old ruins, but then you walk inside and it's like modern and kind of cool.
And we lost to the Saints. So, Saints fans, you won that weekend as well.
You won that round, Saints.
We'll see you later on the show if you can win.
They're also going to win this weekend.
Games.
They're going to win this game.
All right. Well, we'll talk about NFL a little bit later on. What about in the college football weekend? Like, you don't even have to see who they're playing. Like, who has anything to gain from the teams that suffered last week? So, the teams like Texas, they play San Jose State. They're not really, like, it doesn't really matter what they do.
You can't do anything.
Like, I don't think there's anything that they can do. Looking at, Alabama, they're playing.
But they better do something.
Yeah, for sure. But you're not going to get an attaboy, but you got to do it.
You got to do it.
And like Alabama playing UL Monroe. Like, there's nothing that they're going to be. Look, LSU has been in this spot for the last 5 years where they've lost an opener and they've come back and they've played a team that nobody is going to give them any credit for, right? You've played some FCS schools. You've you hadn't played anybody of note, okay? You're not going to get praise from everybody on the outside, but you have to know internally, like, it's got to look better. Like, for Alabama, they were what? Lack of effort, loafing, and got pushed around. Like, the coaches got to be able to turn on the tape for them and see that those things went away.
Yeah, I don't envy the player, like the guys on the Texas roster, because what is the one thing you wanted to do after a loss in college? You wanted to go and play immediately.
Get right back on the field.
You wanted to get right back on the field immediately. So for them to have to go and play San Jose State, it is such a – it's like there's even more emphasis on the potential to look past an opponent because you want to go hit somebody else. You want to go hit another big boy. So that was always the thing. It's like as soon as, we lost – who did we play after we lost to Kentucky? Play Auburn?
Somebody like that.
Yeah. It was like –
it was an SEC game.
Yeah, it was a get right. It was like, I can't wait to play that game. Get me back on the field immediately. It's always a difficult situation. That's why I don't like those games. I don't like having them anywhere on the schedule. You pay a lot of money to have a no-win situation. Yeah, you're paying for an extra win on the win column. Fine.
Yeah, it was Auburn. Good memory there, bud.
No big deal. I had less brain bruises than you.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean much because I don't recall a lot of things. But yeah, it's one of those disappointing things, and it gives a week like this week where there's no juice to it. There's like last week, you had a couple of top 10 matchups. The best game this week is between some 15 and 18, I think.
Yeah, Oklahoma and Michigan. Even outside of that, it's like you got Duke, Illinois, you got Iowa State,
SMU, Baylor.
Well, Baylor kind of screwed us on that one.
I know, but that's what we got.
Yeah,
that's what we got, bud.
That's what you're getting because, damn it, that's all we got.
I mean, you got East Texas A&M out there.
Hey, how about Arizona State, Mississippi State?
Ew.
The Bulldogs, Blake Shapen, 3-1 great.
That's right.
He's got a chance.
That's right.
It's a 7-point game last year in the desert.
Chance for what?
To upset the number 12 team in the country.
Let's go. I'll be cheering.
He threw for 272 last week.
My guy.
Who's seen Varsity Blues.
Jeff Levy.
He's also seen it.
Yeah, he has. He might have been in it. Love that guy. I hope he gets that upset. They didn't look that great, Arizona State.
No, they didn't. The sneaky game of the week, I feel like, okay, a game like this is going to go two ways. It's either going to go 42-10 and what we thought it was going to be leaves us real quick, or it's going to be a dogfight. There's no in between. Is South Florida traveling up to Gainesville, Florida, to take on the Florida Gators? South Florida housed Boise State last week.
Yeah.
Now, is Boise State Florida? No, I don't believe so. But Florida also has LSU next week. Could that be a look-ahead spot for the Florida Gators? Alex Golish and that team, South Florida, the Bulls, they got Jimmys and Joes.
I would say from like a mental standpoint, just a psychology standpoint, it's probably the look. Their first game was what, Long Island?
Yeah.
The Sharks, the fighting shark fins of Long Island.
And yes, Taylor, there's sharks in the Atlantic.
There is sharks, famously, actually, very famously,
Atlantic, yes.
Sharks in the Atlantic Ocean. It's pretty big. I think they were probably been saying, like, South Florida, that this is the game they've been looking for. So I doubt that's a look-ahead game for them, just from a psychology standpoint of, all right, the first game was, all right, Long Island. Let's get past that so we can play at least somebody that's got a full football program with pads and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then of course after the game, them beating maybe roughly a bubble top 25 team, and Boise State coming down and handling them. And making some explosive plays. The quarterback for South Florida made some plays. He's got probably the slowest delivery release I've ever seen in my life, but he made some plays.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But I would think the speed of Florida's DBs, is SEC speed, will probably break a little bit quicker than the Boise State guys that were completely hot and dehydrated during that game. So I don't know. I think Florida certainly. I don't know if this is going to be a trap game for them. I would look to them to take care of business, but my excitement comes from South Florida does look very capable, and it will give LSU good film, good game tape to review. You're going to get nothing from watching Long Island. They probably ran 4 plays total.
Yeah.
They run right, run left. Let's do a short pass here, a little pass here. That's all they did. There's really not going to be much to go from. So we will get some good game tape from that game. But I think it could. I would love for Florida to lose. You know that.
Yeah.
I want them to lose every single game. I hope South Florida beats them by 50. I don't think
that's a good point about the game tape. You will have something to be able to go off of, much better than Long Island.
The Sharks.
And so, it's a game that's going to be interesting, because I do think South Florida is going to make some plays against Florida. I do think Florida has to certainly work on South Florida and can't just look ahead and have 2 weeks of prep for LSU. Like if they were playing Long Island this week, they would have kind of 2 weeks of prep on LSU. Like they would have their shadow staff working on LSU and not
the
Long
shadow
Island
staff.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Daniel in the chat asked me, do you still watch Shark Week? Let me answer your question with another question. Do sharks live in the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And yes, I do.
Do they have a pulse?
Do they have a pulse?
Oh, my God. I bet
here we go. A
watching
little
Shark
slow
Week.
motion. Here's one of the 100 angles of Jalen Carter spitting on Dak. Yep. Sorry, we got a TV. Distractions, people. Sorry. That's us.
What kind of like suspension? How long do you think that is?
I would assume that before the first snap of the NFL season, with millions and millions and millions of people watching, they have to make an example, right? You can't spit on somebody. Like you can't. Like okay, I mean,
get Bill Romanowski did it, and that's what we know him for. I mean, he's a great football player, but that's one of the things we know him for. Was it J.J. Stokes he spit on?
Yeah, but it was was it before a snap? I get the bottom of the dog pile. Things happen. Not excusing anything, but things happen. Emotions get taken away. But this was in a pretty controlled situation where there's literally a guy that just ended his football season, potentially his career, on a kickoff.
Yeah, where
he ran 4 yards and locked up with somebody and blew out his knee, laying on the ground.
War Daddy.
You got 2 people, 2 huddles, and then this happens. So you have to make an example. No matter the circumstance, maybe the film of Dak kind of spitting in his direction changes the severity, potentially.
Yeah, spitting in a direction and spitting on
is not the same. That's
thing.
not the same thing. I get it. I guess we'll see. We'll see what it is. It's probably going to be a game suspension. I don't know, and he would lose a game check on that. So it's going to be a costly one for him, certainly.
All right, we will step away here and certainly want to get into the New Orleans Saints and their game coming up against the Cardinals. Flynn's all in. Flynn feels like he is putting the Saints' money line in his weekly plays.
We win in this game.
All right, see, he's pretty confident about it. We'll find out why he is so confident when we come back here. It is OTB. We are live from Rouse's here on Burbank. Come hang out with us. Come see us. We'll be here until 10 a.m.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting. Guess what's available, Matt?
I would think everything on the lot that has four wheels.
Every single vehicle is available in all three of those processes. Not going to find that anywhere else. So if you want to go watch this LSU football team once they hit the road, they got some great road trips coming up this year. Going to Nashville to play Vandy. You're going to Oxford to play Ole Miss. You're going to Tuscaloosa to play Alabama. Well, if you want to go be a part of those trips, and hey, maybe you want to, tailgate. And your vehicle, it's not going to hold all the equipment that you need to go on the road and tailgate. Well, you can rent a Toyota per day rental prices, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Yeah, maybe you want to drive the Atlantic and go shark watching. Who knows?
Maybe
Whatever you want to do, whatever it is, whether it's a brand new vehicle, a used vehicle, long-term lease, a rental, go see them. They got everything you need no matter what your circumstances. Go check them out, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. She will never let your spirits down once you get her off the street.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
To her room, it's the right time. She's never hard to please.
And welcome back in. It is OTB. We are live here, Rouse's Market
Is that,
on Burbank. Come hang.
is that funk music I hear?
It is a Funky Friday. Even though it's a football Friday across the station, on this show, it is a Funky Friday.
We are running out of songs, aren't we?
Poor Elijah's sitting there like, oh my God. How many
We made it. This is our third week, though.
How many white wedding songs do I have to find here?
Well, we can. You can play Shout. I would, go ahead.
That's what it needs to
A
be.
little bit loud now. A little bit loud now. I dare you not to get down to that song. Dare you. You can't do it. It's impossible. Physically impossible. There's something in our human brains, in our anatomy, that doesn't allow you not to dance to that song. Yep. I'll get so low. I don't care how bad my knees are hurting.
What's that sound? Oh, that's just Mr. Matt trying to stand up.
Yeah,
so.
his knees pop a little bit.
All right, we do have week one in the National Football League getting started. And just a reminder, every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers, this one is for you. Bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code Baton Rouge. That's code Baton Rouge. You get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet or more. So, by the way, don't forget about the plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket as well. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto news until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket /terms. Limited time offer ///.
All right, so earlier in the week, we played What's the Ticket? And it's a game where we give you the highest ticket in the NFL or college football. We went with the NFL. We gave you the lowest ticket. What is the highest price just to get 2 feet into the stadium? What is the cheapest price to get into the venue? Well, the Saints and Cardinals game was the cheapest ticket. And at the time, it was at $37. Now, Matthew,
Secondary
you can
market.
get into the Superdome for as low as $28. We'll get you into a National Football League contest between two professional teams. $28. I'm pretty sure our tickets to U-High and Woodlawn were more expensive than that last night.
Yeah, to watch 106 of the best football players in the entire world. Go at it.
But
Lordy.
you, I don't know if you're being a troll, but you've been bullish on the Saints winning this game, despite the fact that they are a 6.5-point dog at home.
Yeah, they are home dogs. I think from a betting perspective, people always look at the home dog situation. And let's not go ahead and just crown Arizona Cardinals as like the most stable organization and like the best organization, the best team out there. Yeah, they got some good pieces. Kyler Murray has his moments where he goes and plays and does his little thing and runs around and makes some plays. But like, are they really that big of a threat? It's not like we have the Eagles coming in. So, they're a good team. I got it. I just think from a psychology standpoint, like there's been so much negative, so much poo-pooing, so much noise, and not in a positive way coming out of the Saints. Everybody is not even cautiously optimistic. They're just cautious going into the season, right? There's no optimism coming out of the Saints fan base, the Saints reporting. There is, all right, let's try to find the good. Let's try to find the good. I can tell you, it's an NFL football team. It's not going to be doomsday.
Yeah.
So I do think they have the pieces. You were out at training camp. You said they're starting 11 on offense or starting 11 on defense are talented.
They are.
They can play with almost anybody in the NFL. And of course, you could have a good day, you could have a bad day. Whichever Sunday it is, any given Sunday. There's a pretty famous movie about that. Any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody.
Such a slap.
And guess what? It's week 1. So everybody's healthy. Everybody. Of course, we injuries on offensive line. There's some different things, but the core is there. The playmakers are there. We're not dealing with injured wide receivers. We're not dealing with injured running backs. Like, the core is there. So if you're going to pick them to win a weekend, it might as well be when you know that those people are going to be healthy in week 1. So that's what I'm saying. You got it at home. People are just, like I said, they're cautious. They're not giving them the credit they deserve. Well, maybe not deserve yet. They got to earn it. But there's a new coach, a new philosophy. We haven't seen anything about Kellen Moore's offense. We haven't seen everything. He told us on this show when we interviewed him that they were pretty vanilla, pretty basic. They didn't want to show a lot. So we don't know what this offense is going to be. I believe he's a really good coach. I believe he's a great offensive mind, and I believe that he's a really good play caller.
Yeah.
So I think that he's going to put Spencer Rattler in the best position possible. And if you're going to get one in the first part of the season, it better be this one.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
And I'm a Saints fan now, right?
I mean, you did get paid by them.
They're the last person to pay me, actually.
Me too. Boom.
Boom.
Did we just become Saints fans?
Did we just become Saints friends? Yep.
When you look at the injury report, so this was for Thursday's practice, and this is on LouisianaSports.net. Check out that website for all the latest and greatest when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. But Christian Boyd was a full participation in practice. Did not participate. Trevor Penning, he ain't going to play in this game. Chase Young, who got injured during the week, doesn't look like he's going to be available for this game either. But, the Trevor Penning, it's kind of known. I mean, he's dealing with the turf toe situation, and so you'd like to have him out there because, my goodness, this offensive line in the interior needs some help. They need some good news, but it doesn't look like you can get it from Trevor Penning. Limited in practice, Jordan Howden and Alante Taylor. And I think everybody expects Alante to be able to at least give it a go on Sunday. I would say of those injuries, obviously Chase Young's not great. I mean, pass rush is obviously something that you've been searching for. A lot of people thought you'd actually go there in the draft, early in the draft, and, you signed Chase Young to a big deal, not having him available. But Nick Underhill did report of New Orleans Football that when they asked him about the injury being a long-term concern, his reply was simply, hell no.
Yeah, okay.
So at least it doesn't sound like it's something that's going to linger on. But, I would say of those injuries, because you got like Foster Moore is going to be out for probably another month or so. So like that one's not on here, but we've known those, right? Because Foster's been on the PUP list. But Trevor Penning probably the biggest one for me.
I mean, yeah, it's a big deal, especially trying to break in a new offense, it's not a brand new quarterback, but full starter, a young full starter, just getting named coming off of a quarterback competition. Yeah, it's a big deal, especially because you got to establish a running game, right? You have to establish a running game. You have to be creative. You have to do things to make life easier for a young quarterback, especially early. Hey, there's going to be nerves, right? It's opening week of the National Football League. There are going to be nerves. You have to, a lot like we talked about of how you would come out of an offensive coordinator, a play caller in week 1, LSU versus Clemson. There's going to be a lot of energy from both the teams. $28 a ticket, maybe not a lot of energy in the crowd. I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of energy and juice in the dome from the player standpoint because it is week 1. So you got to come in and try to establish the running game as best possible. So Penny being out isn't great, right? But so what does Kellen Moore do with that? How does he formulate the game plan, his play calling? Does he get the ball out of the hands quickly into his playmaker's hand? How many times are we going to scat Kamara out and get the ball to him on a little wide route with some blockers out in front? Get Shaheed involved early, trying to get him on the edge, get the ball in his hand with a now route or whatever it is. Try to establish a running game, stay on schedule from a down and distance standpoint, and then boom, play action fake. Let's go. Throw it over the top, tutter. That's how it's going to. Ain't no guess. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. And I know I'm getting I'm the one getting poo-pooed on now because I am picking the Saints, and I've just became a Saints fan. Now I'm getting poo-pooed on for saying they're going to win. I can't win around here.
Flynn over here pumping sunshine. Jeez.
There we go. Why not?
Look, if
life's
you can't,
too short to be miserable.
If you can't pump sunshine before the first game, you're never going to be able to, right?
That's my point of picking them this week to win. They're plus 240. Yeah, so what? Means you get to win $240. Easy. If you can't do it this week when they're healthy.
Don't throw those easy terms around. Let's don't do that.
Yep, gambling problem call.
It's such a great unknown. Are we expecting a lot? Nobody is. I mean, the Saints were ranked the 32nd ranked roster in the NFL. They're one of the lowest win totals in the NFL. I get all of that. And so, like, as you head into this season, like, what are you looking forward to? I think the only thing you can look forward to is the unknown. You have the unknown of a Spencer Rattler. You have the unknown of, getting some different weapons at receiver, right? And you make a trade. You're trying to be aggressive. Is the ceiling high? No, we're not going to sit here and tell you that it is. But, after this Sunday, we're going to have a better idea of what that unknown looks like.
T-Pal in the chat said, more team captains and wins this season. What is it? 18% of their teams a captain?
All right, T-Pal. I tried. We've tried.
A lot of leadership, guys. That's good.
A lot of leaders. There's so many leaders. There were so many they couldn't choose just three.
It's a leadership game.
Wait, 3? Yeah.
And not 3. One is a quarterback.
Yeah, how many? Not one is a quarterback. Yeah, that's right.
What's up, Alondra? What up, dog? Not one's a quarterback. Tight.
More captains and wins.
God, we had offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah. Maybe you'd have 2 on one side of the ball.
I don't think we did. I think we had 3. I don't know. Anyways.
I think there was 4, maybe 5.
I mean, geez.
2 offense, 2 defense.
I mean, y'all have.
I can't
roll half the team out there?
We actually didn't have captains for the first little bit because we were a team.
Okay.
No names in the back. Just named on the front.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's fun.
Greg, Jake is an all-time sunshine pumper. I'm trying.
We're trying, guys.
Trying to pump some sunshine into the black and gold.
Week 1, why not try?
I mean, I like to live life with my glass half full, Greg.
Saints been good to us.
I know since the Tour de France is over, Greg, that your glass is empty, but that's on you, okay? Because I'm looking forward to the things coming up in my life. Mm-hmm. Sorry, the tour's not coming back anytime soon, Greg. You and Flynn can just go drink your tears in that empty glass they all have.
No tears. Not in week 1 for the Saints. Week 2, maybe. Not week 1.
Just trying to get them a win. $28. You can go watch it.
Finally, I'm cheering for the Saints, guys. I jumped on the bandwagon, and now we're getting poo-pooed on it.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB live from Rouse's when we come back here. Come see us. Come hang out. Rouse's Burbank.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. 225-612-2477 is the number. Give them a call. Say, hey, here's my project. Here's what I got going on at my home, at my business, whatever it might be. Here's what I'm expecting to do. And they're going to say, okay, well, here's the size dumpster you need. And let's say that you don't know what you're talking about, like I wouldn't. And you got more trash than you thought you would have. It's okay. They're going to come and they're going to empty that dumpster, bring it back to you. I mean, incredible customer service. The weekly text reminders, right, when they pick up your trash, that's going to save you from sleeping on the couch. They are there for you, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, they are a reliable waste and sanitation service here in South Louisiana, Trash Rangers. So whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, so at home you got to get that weekly service, that weekly trash pickup twice a week, once a week, whatever you want. And at your commercial place of business, if you have something special going on, you need extra pickups. They can handle anything. They can customize your trash pickup service. Give them a call. Go see them right now at their website, trashrangers.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. We are live here from Rouse's. Come hang out with us. Just had a couple of, listeners sitting down, having a little breakfast.
Getting little high fives.
They're like, yeah, man, gosh.
Yeah, the Saints, I don't know, man. It's a bad pick.
I don't know. The Saints kind of look like Flynn's ankles. I don't know, man, you know?
Super strong. Super strong, flexible, powerful.
They
did this week.
Exactly what they said. It's exactly what they said.
Oh, man.
It does feel weird, like going into a season, and I guess it was a little bit of this last year, was just with the fan base not looking forward to the season. The Saints got some of the best fans in the NFL. You've played in there against them when the Dome's been rocking. I played against them when the Dome was rocking.
We never won playing in the Dome. Playing against them.
We did. I think we did. We played them. What was their home game? That London game that I was talking about earlier. That was their home game. So I only did it once. But I mean, look, we all know that venue. Like we've all been to Saints games. Mm-hmm. Like they want to be, good. But it's just like there's just no hope. It feels like right now because of just currently where they're at.
Yeah, and I think everybody's been cautious to say anything positive, like because there's just so many spots of it's not even unknown, right? You kind of know what you got, and it's not probably on paper at least not as good as what everybody else has. So, but there is talent. I mean, like you said before, if you can't be hopeful before week one, if not now, when?
Yeah.
So let's at least do it a little bit. Yeah, they do have great fans, and we were not successful when we would always come down, whether it was with the Packers, or I think we played here in the preseason game with the Raiders. We just didn't have a lot of success. But I do have one fun story. In 2008, so my rookie year, of course, I had just left LSU. We had won a national championship in the Dome. I go down there to play, and we weren't very good my rookie year. We were 6-10, I believe. So not very good, but Aaron Rodgers, it was his first year starting, and he was actually starting to play really well. And people were like, oh, okay, well, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're getting blown out. Like, Drew Brees just always went off on us every time we play them. So we got blown out. And like fourth quarter comes, and the Saints, like the Dome starts chanting, put Flynn in. Put Flynn in. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, guys. And I like kind of put my head down because like we're getting blown out, right? Yeah. And they start chanting for that. But I was like, all right. But inside, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
You're like,
pretty cool.
Put Flynn in.
Put Flynn in. Yeah. It wasn't like because, Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing good or anything, but it was just like, it was like 40-0 at that point.
And Drew
anyway, they did.
Dicing you up.
Anyway, they did. They put me in and got a good little round of applause. So I always appreciated that. The North remembers or the South remembers. You know what I mean? I'm watching Game of Thrones right now.
Yeah, I know. You got put in.
I got put in. Oh, yeah. Hand the ball off. I mean, perfect handoffs, too. Like right in the belly. Right in the pocket. Green 19 said hut. Perfect angles I took of the running back. We didn't fumble any snaps. Didn't fumble any handoffs. So basically, I was perfect that day.
Yeah. QB rating of perfect.
QB rating perfect, absolutely.
So they didn't let you put the ball in the air.
Some would call it either QB rating of 0 or QB rating of perfect.
What would that
is.
be if you played in just 0? So actually,
you don't have a QB rating.
So actually, you just had a bad one. So 0.
No, you have a nothing.
Yeah, which is bad.
It's an NA. I can't remember if I threw a pass or not. If I did, I probably completed it.
What year is that?
2008.
Yep, I'll find that information out. I want to remind you about our friends over at Central Plumbing. CentralPlumbing.org is the website. 225-925-8552 is the 24/7, 365 weekend holiday game day number. Doesn't matter when that emergency happens, Central Plumbing will always be there for you. Not only in emergencies, if you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, we always tell you go check that out as well. Not only in Central either. If you're in the Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. All right, we will step away. And when we come back, I do want to get into some of the other games in the NFL. You know, the New Orleans Saints, I get it. Understand it right now. What does the rest of the NFC South look like? What are some of the big matchups across the National Football League? We'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB live from Rouse's Market.
Off the bench.
All right, speaking of Rouse's Market and speaking of this thing you see right here in front of me, a little Supreme Rice, right? And I've been telling you, when I used to do the show with Haney, he really got me started on Supreme Rice, man. And he's like, look, you got, like, you know, because that's where Haney's from. He's like, look, you got to try the jasmine rice. And I knew what jasmine rice was, but I never really had tried it before. And now, like, that is the only rice that I'm going to get. But, I mean, they've got different options for you, right? And if you're into brown rice, like, they've got that. You see the brown long grain in front of me. We've got right here the jasmine, which is my personal favorite there. I mean, look, right there, Crowley, Louisiana, man. I told Matt this yesterday. We played a baseball tournament in Crowley. It was so cool to see Supreme Rice and, like, the meals, like, all in the backdrop of it. And they are Louisiana through and through. It's a local product. You can get it here at just local Rouse's. And so it is something that certainly over the last couple of years I have enjoyed getting to know. You will as well. Check out some Supreme Rice.
Yeah, it's one thing about buying local or shopping local, but it's another thing when it's like the premium of premium, when it's the best out there, no matter where it's local, no matter where it is. And that is what you get with Supreme Rice. So right here in Louisiana, we use rice for everything here in Louisiana, jambalaya, gumbo, whatever it is. Go check it out. Go get it today at your local Rouse's, wherever it is. Go see them. Jasmine Rice.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB, we are live here from Rouse's Market on Burbank. Again, we'll be here till 10 a.m. throughout the show, so come hang out with us and come see us. Had a couple of people roll in, eat breakfast with us, enjoy interacting with you, the listener. So, again, love to have you out there. Flynn took his own breakfast break earlier in the show.
I did. Yeah, I sure did. Ate a little egg, some sausage, some bacon. Delicious. I stayed away from the biscuit today because trying to avoid the breads this weekend.
Why is that?
Just sometimes breads hit a little bit harder than they do. So if I've been bread heavy for a few days, I like to kind of lay off, give my gut a little time to heal. So I feel like I've eaten bread a lot for a sustained amount of time. I don't feel great. And that's maybe because I'm a man.
All right, you're making me sad that you're 40 and just talking about your gut health right now.
Gut health, absolutely.
All right,
the key to all your health.
In the NFL, tonight you've got Chiefs Chargers, and then the weekend slate on Sunday you got Bucks Falcons, Bengals Browns, Dolphins Colts, Raiders Patriots, Cardinals Saints, of course, Steelers Jets, Giants Commanders, Panthers Jags, Titans Broncos, 49ers Seahawks, Lions and Packers, Texans and Rams, Ravens and Bills on Sunday night, and then the Monday Night Football, Vikings and the Bears. Of those games, I'm going to go first, and so I can steal yours because I know you. I am going to say the game of the week in the National Football League is going to be the Lions and Packers in Lambeau Field, 3:25 p.m. kickoff between two teams that I think have a really, really good opportunity to represent the NFC.
Yeah, these. It's certainly the game of Sunday for sure. This is the big game. It's the Fox NFL Sunday game of the week.
So you couldn't take it?
Of course, everybody is all eyes on Micah Parsons and how he fits in with the Green Bay Packer offense. Of course, all the drama coming out of it, and he goes to you could call it a rival, the Cowboys and the Packers. And they trade him to the Packers, and he's going to make an immediate impact for them. And I was watching some clips of him yesterday talking to the press too. He's not holding back on the Lions, talking that ish a little bit. Yeah. And the Packers are a really sexy pick around the league, around commentators, around media folks for potential of at least NFC championship aspirations. I think people are still going to favor the Eagles for their future picks for the team to win the NFC and the Super Bowl. But I do think this is one of those years, and they're in that, the Packers are in that window right now. They're in that window where they're pushing their chips in. They have famously never made huge splashes over the last 15, 20 years in free agency, but they are doing it now. So I'm looking forward to that as the game of the week, and I guess when we'll wrap up hour 2, then come talk a little bit more about the NFL slate, because it is week 1 of the NFL slate. We'll talk about that in hour 3 and break down a few more games. But, yeah, that Packers-Lions game, that's going to be a big one.
Hour 3 coming back your way.
Off the bench.
I thought you were going to send us to break, by the way. You were right there.
No, I know you would have been sad.
All right, back in 1934, 7 LSU employees had a vision, people helping people. That vision became Campus Federal, and today they proudly serve more than 44,000 members across Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and in the Port City up there in the 3-1 grade. As one of Louisiana's largest, most trusted credit unions, Campus Federal does everything a bank does, but better. From your first checking account to buying a home, starting a business, or planning for retirement, they've got flexible, competitive solutions for every stage of life. At Campus Federal, you're more than a member. You're part of the community that gives back, lifts up, and moves forward together. So if you're ready to join a team that always plays to win, visit campusfederal.org. That's campusfederal.org.
Yeah, serving Louisiana for over 85 years. And the same focus every day. Putting members first. That means lower loan rates, fewer fees. So why settle for that big national bank when you can join a credit union that invests back into Baton Rouge and cares about your financial future? Go visit them today, campusfederal.org.